We have some breaking news when it comes to a former Detroit Lion, and that is Darius Slay. He's played in Philly ever since he was traded from the Detroit Lions, and as of actually recently, it was announced he will be released from the Eagles, so the Eagles can save some money. Adam Schefter put this out. Eagles are releasing six-time Pro Bowl quarterback Darius Slay, per sources. If he is designated a post-June 1st release, the Eagles will save $4.3 million against the cap. And then he quote tweeted it and said Darius Slay will in fact be designated a post-June 1st release, saving the Eagles $4.3 million against the cap. Now, very interesting timing because Darius Slay went on Amon-Ra St. Brown's podcast and talked about where he'd want to finish his career. And he said, if it's not in Philly, it would be Detroit. It'd be the team that drafted me, the team that traded me away with an idiot, Matt Patricia, and Bob Quinn. But here's the thing about Darius Slay. I would love him back in Detroit. I know he's a little older. I know he's not quite what he was. But I think this is the perfect match. Carlton Davis is set to hit free agency. He's going to cost a good amount of money. He's 28 years old. He's going to want a multi-year deal. Darius Slay has already stated he's open to playing one more year. That's what he wants to do. He wants to play one more year. And in my mind, the only two teams he will play for is the Eagles and the Lions. And it doesn't make sense for the Eagles to bring him back. Why save $4.3 million if you're going to re-sign him for $3 million? So you're saving $1 million. They want to re-sign Zach Bond. That's what they want to do. And he's an incredible player. They want that $4 million to go towards him or Josh Sweat or whoever. I don't think Darius Slay will be back in Philly. I think actually he'll be a free agent and he'll have the opportunity to sign with a team. And I think that team will be Detroit. If Detroit can't get back Carlton Davis, or even if they do, Darius Slay won't be expensive. It'll be a one-year deal. Probably a $10 million deal. I would say around that range. It's a one-year deal. He gets to finish his career. He gets to be around your young corners, Terran Arnold, Ennis Rakestraw. I think he would do wonders for them. And not just that, but everyone on the defense. He's a good vet to have. He's a good locker room presence, a good human being. He can still play football. And I want someone to challenge Terran Arnold. I do. Now, even if you don't re-sign Carlton, I think it'd be a good replacement for him. And Darius Slay, is he the same age as Carlton? No, but he's a solid vet who can fill that spot for one more year. But let's just say you do re-sign Carlton. I would love Darius Slay as CB2. Are you kidding me? And he would challenge Terran Arnold, make him better, make him earn that spot, and he would be a really good piece, a part of this defense. So I think it makes too much sense not to sign Darius Slay. I just do. And I think the more likely route would be if you don't re-sign Carlton, you could pivot to Darius for cheaper, one-year veteran deal. And he could come here and try and win a Super Bowl. You're poaching a player away from the Eagles, so sprinkle that on top. But guys, this makes a ton of sense to me. And I know typically Lions fans and even Lions content creators, and I'll take blame for this as well. Everyone that gets released, everyone's interested. But this player specifically, guys, makes too much sense. It just does. It just does. He was drafted by Detroit. He could finish his career in Detroit. He still has, I'm sure, a home here. Like, the guy would love to come back to Detroit, and he wouldn't be expensive, and it'd be a one-year deal, and he could still play football. He can. He had some big plays in the playoffs for the Eagles, and that's what the Lions want to do is win the Super Bowl, and why not get a corner that knows this Eagles offense, knows these Eagles players, went up against these Eagles wide receivers in practice. Like, I would love Slay. He's the ultimate competitor, and Dan Campbell and even Calvin Shepard to get a vet like that for a first-year defensive coordinator. Deshae Townsend, the secondary coach for the Lions, would love him. Everyone has good things to say about Slay, and I think he'd fit perfectly here in Detroit. So I am all on board. I say sign Darius Slay. It makes too much sense. Don't think he'd be expensive. He'd be a good veteran presence. He'd be a good player, even though he isn't quite what he is. But what do you guys make of the Darius Slay news, and would you like him back in Detroit? Comment down below, yes or no, and why. I would love to know. We'll be live tonight to discuss more of it, 8 to 10 p.m., Monday through Friday. But until then, I will catch you all. Hey, what's going on there? It's Jeff Iafrate. Appreciate you for finishing the video. You can check out one of the videos here suggested or show support by commenting, liking, and subscribing. And buy your merchandise, officialctsports.com.